y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. It is a nice, beautiful, snowy morning. What better breakfast to have on a cold, chilly, snowy morning than cinnamon rolls? So, started these last night and just got them out of the oven. I just got to get some icing thrown on them. And I don't know what all we're going to get into, but we were blessed not to have the ice storm that they called for. We had a sleet storm, so we probably got 2 or 3 inches of sleet out there, but it's just like snow. Kids have had a ball playing in it. And there we go, breakfast is served. So we're gonna sit down and eat us a bite, try these out, and then we're gonna get our day started.
See, y'all didn't freeze last night. I'm gonna attempt to get this water unthawed. I was sure it froze up last night. We had it thawed out yesterday, but it froze back up last night. See if I can break that lid loose. There we go. Now, take the rest of my hot water and pour it right down in there. There we go. That was simple enough. It's really not that cold out here this morning. It's about 30 degrees right now. So right now, currently, we are warmer than we got all day yesterday. Let's see if oh yeah. I put me a heater in that stock tank and it looks like it's worked. So I think I'm going to move it from this stock tank to that one now and let that one thaw out. Yeah, there ain't a bit of ice in that one. Need something to bust that with. We'll set him right there, and he should thaw out that tank. The cows look so much happier this morning. Yesterday they were absolutely covered in ice and snow. But I'm super happy to see that they've dried off and they look good now. And these horse blankets that Megan and the kids put on, it is absolutely amazing how warm them horses stayed. As cold as it was yesterday, and I mean it was, I don't want to say it was miserable out here, but it was cold, especially with the sleet and stuff falling. And them horses were running around just having a good time. I've never seen them horses act like that in cold weather, so I think Megan made a good choice getting those blankets. But I am so thankful the power didn't go out. For one, wouldn't be able to run that stock tank heater. But number two, we wouldn't have any water or anything like that right now. So I am so glad this storm didn't turn out like they predicted for us. I know some areas got hit pretty hard from what I've seen, and I hate that. But they were predicting it to be terrible here, and honestly, it wasn't bad at all. Run some water into the horse's food. We have to let this stuff soak because Megan's horse, Quasi, doesn't have any teeth. So he can't chew up normal food like a horse normally would. And with both of them having a lot of age on them, it doesn't hurt to let it soak for both of them. Just makes it easier for them to chew. It's absolutely beautiful out here this morning. So look at this. I know this looks like snow, but it's not. Everything fell as sleet. I don't think there was a bit of snow in what we got. It was all sleet. And now it's froze back, got a hard crust on it. One thing's for sure though, this icy surface it's got on it was the best you've ever seen for sledding. We had some killer times yesterday sledding, and me and the kids out here playing on the four-wheelers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think the inner child might have come out in me yesterday, but we had a good time out here. It was fun. I'd say that soaked it up enough. And for anybody wondering, the reason Megan's horse doesn't have teeth is that's just something that happens with horses as they age. Not all of them do that, but unfortunately some of them will lose their teeth. And like that poor horse can't eat grass. He can chew on grass, but he can't really eat it. He can't even hardly eat hay, so we have to make up for everything with the feed we feed them. I don't know if y'all can see this. It sleeted back over top of it last night, but yesterday evening, this was a pretty big mess. I don't think there was a spot in this snow that didn't get touched by a four-wheeler or the side-by-side, especially the four-wheelers. Jacob and Maggie both, they tore this spot up. It's funny, we went to eat supper last night with my mama. When we got up there, Jacob and Maggie both got out of the truck and they said, "Oh my goodness, the snow is so smooth up here." And I was like, yeah, they didn't have two little youngins running around tearing it up everywhere. But trust me, when I was their age, Mom and Daddy's house used to look the same way. There wasn't a spot of snow that wasn't touched by a four-wheeler. I didn't even have to holler for y'all this morning. You must be ready. There you go. Yeah, they just as warm as can be under that blanket. You gonna go ride?
Yep. It is frozen. Did you hear that?
I heard that. I told you it was gonna be froze from crossing that creek. He reminds me so much of a little kid I used to know. I want to see if Maggie's a crank. This is an extremely cold-natured foal here. Oh! Definitely cranked a lot better than yesterday. I'll let that be running in case she wants to ride too. If she don't want to ride, then that's fine. I'll just cut it back off. But that thing is so cold-natured. You ain't just going to jump on it and take off.
Thank you for cranking my four.
Are you going to ride?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's running. It should be warm by now if you want to tear off. It's icy this morning. Lord have mercy. Them kids got it made. I got some leftover bread I'll throw in here. The chickens don't seem to care this morning. I don't think they're a fan of snow. They're all huddled up under the house where there ain't no snow. Or sleet, should I say. It ain't snow. There you go. Come on out and get you some bread. You ain't gonna walk on it, are you? Well, I guess they'll eventually walk over to it.
I didn't get enough food.
There he goes. You know, most folks had to run to the store and get extra gas for their generators and all that stuff. And while, yeah, I did get extra gas for the generator, just in case we had to have it, I also went and got extra gas for these right here. Because how disappointing would it be if you have a snow or ice like this to ride around on with no gas. That would just be absolutely terrible. So I had to make sure I had plenty of gas for those four-wheelers, my four-wheeler included. So check this out. I'll bring it out here where you can see it. I bought me a little grinder off of Amazon. I'll show it to you here in a minute. But I have been wanting something to crack corn with. And you know, the feed grinder we got could do it, but you got to do like large quantities, and I didn't need all that. But I wanted something to crack corn with so I could feed these chickens. And of course, they still ain't gonna walk over here and try it out. But y'all, they absolutely love this cracked corn. And you know, chicken can eat whole kernel corn, but they don't eat it like they like it. So I found this little grinder on Amazon made by Vivor, and I like it so far. And I swear those chickens are eating that corn better than they're eating their own chicken feed. But I got it sitting up here on the porch. Let me show you. So this is it. And you just load your corn in this. A 5-gallon bucket fits perfect under that spout, and you can adjust the tightness with that. So I honestly think that we could grind our cornmeal with it too. I hadn't tried it yet, but I think it's going to work for cornmeal. I've only ground that one 5-gallon bucket worth of corn with it. It worked great. So who knows how long it's going to last. It's probably not the best of quality, but it had a cheap price on it. I thought I'd give it a try. Oh, a trash can lid works pretty good, don't it? What'd you jump off
She
for?
must have got scared. Look at the cows. They're like, what is going on?
I'm surprised the trash can lid worked that good.
Ready? She's getting scared.
Look, they're like, what are y'all doing?
Look, look.
It's one thing, you can't control that thing, can you? Kind of hard to walk in, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit slick. That's why I'm walking in the track.
We decided we'd take a quick stroll, I believe.
We scratched our sledding itch.
Yeah, I think the youngins even scratched their itch. I'm gonna tell you, the wind's picked up, and it's a little bit on the cold side out here now.
Blustery.
Blustery. Yeah, I've been waiting for that day. That was the good day to stay inside and work on taxes and go through all the paperwork, receipts, and all that stuff. And I think today's the day.
Yeah. Yesterday we were busy most of the day keeping the water thawed for the animals and just in and out, wasn't we?
Well, we was wide open all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course, we had our share of playing yesterday too.
Well, yeah.
But I don't think the waters are going to be quite the problem today with the sun shining. But yesterday, I think we had to thaw them out at least 4 times, if not more.
So. If we lived in a colder climate, we'd have to figure out something different on the water situation.
Ain't that the truth?
Found that out real quick.
So we had the blade on the tractor, snowplow on the truck. I even set Jacob up with a smaller blade on his tractor And the poor boy was so disappointed that we didn't really have much snow that he could plow.
Yeah, because this is like ice.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you're gonna do with this right here. You're not even making footprints.
Yeah, I think that's why the sleds were doing so good.
No footprints at all. You could literally go through the snow.
Oh, there, I
Oh,
fell
there
through
you
a little
went.
bit.
You could hide from somebody out here in this. They'd never be able to track you.
I know, it's where it's got that layer of sleet on it like that. So I don't care how cold it is. If the sun's shining, I'm getting out in it. At least for a few minutes anyway. It's amazing how much better it'll make your day. Get a little sunshine on your face.
Ain't that the truth? I feel like most of the time, no matter how cold and miserable it looks outside, once you actually get out in it, it's not near as bad as you think it's going to be.
There's just the ever so slightly glaze of ice right there that you can see. But luckily that's all we got as far as anything that stuck to the trees.
Just enough it shines.
Makes you wonder how fish ever survive in something like that, don't it?
Tell me about it.
Fish, salamanders, crawdads, all of it.
You know, with these cold temperatures, it's going to get frozen more than this week.
Yep. Oh, it'll be, we'll have to come down here and look at it in the morning. It'll be froze plumb over.
I'm sure. Tonight's what's supposed to be 6?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
6 degrees. I've been telling Jacob that I can remember when I was a kid, the creek would freeze enough that I could like drive the foil out on it and not break through the ice. And
Look what I never came back and got. And now I'm gonna have to wait again.
what?
My deer blind.
Oh, it's in the creek again.
No, it ain't. It ain't the creek.
Oh, I see.
I had it sitting there to dry. And I said, well, I'll come back and get it after it dries so I can fold it up. And, well, there it is.
So look at this, y'all. I'm standing on the creek. See the water flowing? And it's holding me up. That's pretty cool. Well, at least it didn't blow out and get back in the creek this time.
Yeah, better knock that snow off of it, though. It looks like it's about to break. Is it froze to it?
Yeah, it's froze to it.
Oh, gosh.
Boy, that's cold.
Heavy, too, ain't it?
Yeah. There we go.
All right.
It ain't gonna collapse. We're just gonna have to remember to come down here and get it once all this melts.
I done meant to be down here and get it. And I forgot. Well, at least maybe it's froze to the ground and the wind won't blow it away.
That's exactly right. Look at the positive side
Look
of it.
at the silver lining. We'll have to go see if any critters have been around our creek here.
There's one critter that's been around this creek.
Wonder who that was.
A Jacob. A Jacob critter. Look at this. He told me earlier he come down here and done donuts till he was dizzy. And I guess this is where it was at. Look, it's like ice though. I mean, he didn't even dig in the ground.
That's all right. He can do donuts when it's like that.
That's right. I know somebody else who used to do the same thing.
Uh-huh. With some little girl on the back screaming her head off.
Yeah, stop, stop, stop. Anything out here around this block?
Nope.
Nope. I don't think a deer like this block.
Yeah, we bought that deer block from Tractor Supply back at the beginning of deer season, rifle season.
And it's still here.
Only thing, well, I mean, on the camera we see occasionally a deer over there close to it. Whether they's eating it or not, I don't know. I guess the birds have eat it more than anything.
Yeah, I guess I won't be using one of those style blocks anymore.
Yeah, I don't believe they liked it. They must have been laid up tight yesterday. I don't see no tracks through here.
Nope, all I see is Jacob tracks. Me and Megan were talking about yesterday, it's actually a good sign when your cows have that thick ice layer on them, because that means that they're healthy. And I know that kind of sounds...
They're not losing their body heat and melting the snow.
Exactly. So you want to see them have that thick ice layer and snow layer on them. If they were standing out there and they were wet, that means that most likely they don't have enough body fat and they're losing heat and it's melting the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very good sign.
And actually none of them were really shivering yesterday because I kept checking on them. And
no, they looked fine.
yeah, they looked miserable with their foot-long icicles on them, but they...
Yeah, well, I'm not sure they were the happiest things in the world, but they definitely
they
were
weren't
fine.
shivering though, so that's a good sign. They weren't like, you know.
Now that would have been bad if they were out there like that.
Wet and shivering, yeah. And luckily it was cold and nasty yesterday, but the wind wasn't blowing.
Yep.
So it was blowing today, but they're all dry today, so. Like I said in the last video, they can stand the cold, they can stand the rain or the snow or whatever, and they can stand the wind. Just all three at one time can be a recipe for disaster if they don't have the proper shelter to get in if they want to. They know if they're cold, and as long as they have access.
You know, I know it's not much of a layer of snow, but I don't think there's much things prettier than just walking around outdoors when there's a layer of snow on the ground. It just makes everything stand out.
I love to see the woods and the snow. The creek is pretty, but the woods are my favorite.
The woods?
Yeah.
Right here's what I like, is the evergreens. Like that holly right there. They just tend to stand out when it snows like this. And there's just something about evergreens that I really like. And I don't know, I just think they're pretty. Having that white snow background behind them, it's just a pretty backdrop. Well,
Yep, nope. I said be careful. Golly, that was dramatic.
yeah, I about lost my balance. Luckily my shoes are waterproof. Are yours?
Water resistant.
Water resistant. Well, I think that's kind of what mine are.
I'll tell you what though, my feet ain't been cold in them.
No, my feet ain't got cold in these boots either. So there's the water that's flowing down out of our spring, which is right up there. We got a spring box. That's where my grandpa used to get water from for the house before we dug a well up here. Well, I'll have to show y'all all that one of these days, because it's a pretty cool setup. And I intend on one of these days getting it back to a usable state. I mean, it is kind of usable, but like fix it up and make it nice. I need to get in there and dig out the reservoir box, because it has got filled up, which was just regular maintenance. What Grandpa used to have to do all the time. He had to dig it out or clean it out about once every 2 or 3 years.
It's right there, if you can see it.
Yep, so right there.
Looks like it got a piece of tin on it.
Yep, there's a piece of tin. The spring is here, and the reservoir that he had to pump water out of was there. And then this little block building right there, which is pretty dilapidated now, is where the pumps sit. That's where the pumps sit. And it would pump from there all the way to the house.
Do you want to go this way?
Sure. Somebody's got to get their sawmill out, honey. Big old pile of logs laying there to be cut on.
One thing's for sure.
What?
You won't ever get bored with you.
Me?
Always be something to do.
No, I'd like to know what it felt like to be bored. Not have nothing to do. It's a little tougher coming up through here.
I'm having to stomp in the ground to get some traction. This hill is steeper than it looks.
And then look right here. There's more logs I need to cut up. This will all be firewood here. I like to use this poplar for firewood for the vat, for the hog vat. But I got trees all down in here and all up through there that I need to cut up. A really big oak tree laying across the creek down there. I need to get that cut up too. But one thing at a time, ain't that right?
That's right. And when we run out of something to do on the cold days, usually firewood is up on the list.
Yeah, and I mean, I personally don't like to do it when there's snow on the ground, so
Yeah.
it'll have to wait till all this mess melts again. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for the wind, today would just about be perfect.
It would be. It'd be a nice day.
And it all depends on where you are, whether the wind's blowing. We're getting up here on top of this hill now. I can feel it again.
Yep, it's coming back.
I know walking in the snow, it's always like double the work of just regular walking, ain't it?
Oh yeah. It'll warm you up.
For
You
sure.
walk long enough.
You're not sinking up again.
A little bit.
Got to be careful on this, ain't it?
Leg breaking weather.
Slick down that hill.
Yeah.
Honey, we can't afford you to break a leg. Me neither.
Oh.
I got to have you to cut.
Look at this, like ice
I
skating.
know, you're ice skating. Look, oh God, don't do it. I'd hate to watch you roll down this hill.
It'd be
I hate to watch myself roll down it.
a million view video. Hey,
That
look, we
would.
got something right here.
What'd you find?
Was that a rabbit?
I don't know. It was.
No, I don't think it's a rabbit. I think it's a cat.
It's probably a cat. That looks like a cat print.
I wonder what they's doing back up in here.
Tom
Well,
goes
Tom
everywhere.
comes back here, yeah.
Tom goes everywhere.
So we're actually on the back side of our pig fence.
Yeah, right there. It
We
is.
don't show this side of it a whole lot, but this is the back side of it.
Yep.
They can come across this whole mountainside over here.
This particular spot right here, especially in the wintertime, is one of my favorite places because I can sit up here on the hill and you can just look out across everything. We can see almost the whole place.
Yep.
From right here.
Yep.
It's pretty, ain't it?
It is. Just can't see down to the creek.
No, you can't see that. When you get up there, you really can see when you get up on top of that ridge.
But yeah, you can see the cows over there eating. And me and the kids walk up in here a lot for school reasons. We come up here looking, studying the trees or looking for signs of wildlife. I don't know, we come up on this backside of the hill quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, the woods is somewhere good for the kids to stay.
Oh yeah,
I know you probably did too, but when I was little, I mean, I stayed in the woods.
oh yeah. And the thing was, that was before phones or anything, which our kids don't have phones. They got walkie-talkies, but
Well, I didn't even have walkie-talkie.
I mean-
I just turned loose.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Me and my brother, we spent all day gone in the woods. Just come back before dark, nobody be worried about you.
Nope. There's just some more tracks. I believe that's a cat too.
It probably is Tom. Look how far it sunk up. He's like a 50-pound cat.
Yeah, I bet it's Tom. Tom roams these woods. You know, this might be the path he takes out to the
Look.
neighbors to get their scraps.
See it?
You know it?
It might be. Yeah, he's kind of the neighborhood cat. We've got some neighbors on the back side over here, and if he ain't here, he's over there.
They feed him their scraps all the time.
Oh yeah. I wonder if he's out here.
I don't know. Maggie fed him this morning. I seen him out here then.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yep, he's one heavy enough to make tracks. I got excited yesterday.
About what?
Well, during all that weather and everything, the chickens would not come out of that chicken house. The Eggmobile little mobile thing, they would not come out. You know it's bad when them chickens won't come out of that house. But anyways, I was out here doing something, and I heard one of the chickens start singing their song, the egg song. I got so excited. I was like, did somebody decide on like the worst weather of the season that they're gonna lay an egg? Guess what?
There was no egg.
There was no eggs. I guess it just decided it was gonna.
They just wanted to sing. It said, I'm cold, I'm cold.
I guess so.
Boy, now the wind's really coming across here.
Yeah, it is. Whew.
There's nothing through there to stop the wind, and it is
That's
plumb
weird.
blistery right here.
Yeah. I don't see Thomas nowhere.
Look, what kind of animal made those tracks?
He must have got stuck right there or something.
I bet that was a Honda Recon. You have to watch those Honda Recons.
Maggie was on hers earlier and got stuck on right there. She almost made it to the top of that hill, and she worked and backed it up and give it gas and backed it up and give it gas. And she finally made it.
Maggie's a determined little girl. She's not going
I
to
don't
take
see
no
him
for an
nowhere.
answer. I might get in that greenhouse and spend the rest of the day.
Well, speaking of the greenhouse, real quick, we had somebody ask, and it was a great question about, since we do have the greenhouse, about growing stuff in there all the time through the winter and stuff. And to be honest with y'all, the way this is set up, it's about impossible.
Yeah.
We can't keep it warm. Yeah.
We tried last year to keep it warm enough to keep our house plants and all that stuff in there, and we had a couple of tomatoes growing. And I don't know if it's just that greenhouse or if all greenhouses are that tough, but it was just too much to try to keep that thing heated all the time.
Well,
So,
during the day was fine when the sun's shining, but
right now it's probably 100 degrees in there.
yeah,
But as soon as the sun goes down,
that's it.
oh gosh, it gets cold quick.
Yeah. So just a quick answer to that is, with our wintertime temperatures anyway, it don't do the trick. Now,
So it says it's 100 in there right now, and there's snow laying on top of it. It's warm.
I bet so. That's something, you know, if we had a better way to heat it, I guess would be, we could, but we don't really need to. You know, that's not something we care to even do, except for our house plants, and they're in our sunroom right now. And when we go to starting our seeds, once the nights start warming up more and get above freezing, then yeah, we'll really put that thing to work, won't we?
That's something we really discovered last year.
We had never had a greenhouse.
Yeah, and we've never been like huge on starting our own seeds. We might start some tomato plants or something like that, but in the last few years, we've really started starting our own. And something we found last year was we were a lot better off to wait.
Yeah.
And not try to get an early start on getting these plants started, because what we found was these cold nights, trying to keep that greenhouse heated enough to not kill the plants, and it would almost like stunt the baby plants. Whereas if we'd have waited just a couple more weeks to when the temperatures were warm enough, it's almost like those plants caught up with the ones we started early.
They about outperformed
Yeah, so
the ones we started early.
that's something to remember this year, is we're not going to jump the gun and try to start plants at the end of February, or maybe even not even the beginning of March.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to wait.
I think we should definitely wait until the nighttime temperatures, except for the occasional, you know, we know that happens, but above freezing.
Yeah, when everything's above freezing.
Yeah.
Because now once it's above freezing, it's very easy to keep it like 50, 60 degrees in that greenhouse at nighttime. And that's fine.
And we're in growing zone 7A, correct?
7A or 7B?
I don't know.
I
We're in
can't
7
remember.
something.
We're in 7.
It's because I know we get that question quite a bit. We're in the foothills of North Carolina, so yeah, we're zone 7. Well, the chickens are still, well, they're finally eating that corn I throwed under there yesterday.
Oh, did you throw something under the house?
Yeah, because they didn't want to, I figured they would come out and go under it. But they never, I don't think they came out yesterday.
Well, I just threw that in there and your bread, and like they wanted to walk over there to it, but
They're
didn't.
like, nah, we ain't about that life.
Nope.
And I think we're gonna have some calves coming pretty soon. I've been paying attention. Black Star, Belle, and Candy. I'm gonna say within a month. I mean, I say pretty soon, but they're all really showing signs of late pregnancy. So,
You ready
be
for that,
go time.
Yeah, now once that calf comes and you have to start milking, it's kind of on from
It's
then.
on from then till December.
Yeah.
That kind of kicks it off.
That's something for sure when it comes to having a milk cow is you got to be dedicated.
Yeah.
And you know, you can, unless you have somebody that can come milk for you, you pretty much have to ride off going anywhere.
Unless you can
it's
make a day trip.
Yep.
We've took many a day trips for that reason,
Yep.
but
Which doing the calf sharing helps with that, but it's still
but
not.
then first 3 months, Candy makes enough first. It's about 3-4 months maybe.
And
I think
you
it's,
have to milk her.
and
all the
I
time.
have to even with the calf on her. She makes enough for me and the calf.
Yeah.
And then it's like you hit that 3 or 4 month mark, and I have to start pulling them off if I want anything.
Yeah.
So
At that point, if you wanted to go somewhere, then you just leave the calf on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go.
But anyways, guys, I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you might have learned a little something. Thank you for walking around with us this morning.
Yep.
And until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.